Hello everybody and welcome back to my China versus Ethiopia series. Before we get into it, I do have to do a quick State of the Union because there's some things that I noticed that I didn't go through on camera, which I probably should have. For example, when we took over Addis Ababa, we didn't see that. Can we change that? No. Papermaker, Granary, Amphitheater, so that's pretty good, right? And it's especially nice that he has an amphitheater because then we have a great writing slot um, for the guild, although we probably will use that to bomb since we're kind of behind on that. Also, I never got into Attila's specifics. We already saw he's got the highest score. But check this out. You go into military, and we're getting up there, but he's surpassed even France. And then in science, we're finally surpassing France, and look at that. He's way up there. And he's already got 7 cities compared to France's 5. We're up to, with the capture of Addis Ababa, we're up to 6. So that's not bad. But here's the really scary part. I go to trade, look at declare war on. It's grayed out. He hasn't met anybody else yet, just us. We are quite a bit of ways away, but that would just make this map incredibly weird. Like 8 of us over here, and I'm guessing there's 2 over here, since clearly 8 is not all of them. Also, I had noticed that this was the turn that we surpassed the 200 faith. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to annex this city. It will increase unhappiness by 3. Yep. And now we can do that. Let's lock in the tiles that we would want to work. 3, 4, and we're going to grow on 1 turn, so that's pretty awesome. Definitely don't want to be building the walls. I'm going to buy a missionary, and the reason for that is because this religion allows us to buy mosques, which is really great. It'll up our faith, which means we'll be able to buy more sooner. Upgrades our culture, which is something that's absolutely amazing, and then of course the happiness. So we want as many of our cities to follow that religion as possible, but also his pantheon was culture from pastures, right? And in the capital we got 3 pastures, up here we got 2 pastures. So that's just another way we can stack culture. Now we do want to avoid spreading the religion to this city. Having the religious pressure might help hold off Poland's religion, but we will lose one with nature once this falls to any one religion, or it even has as many followers on the pantheon as it does the other religions. So unfortunately, we are going to lose that at some point. Also, I think it behooves us, for scouting purposes, to go ahead and also buy a trireme. Gold's doing fine. Let's see here. Oh, for some reason I thought the courthouse cost 400. Alright. Well, we don't actually need it right this second. We've been doing good about building the happiness buildings, but yeah. Let's see, we're going to build a monument first, but like I said, let's buy a trireme. And after it moves off this tile next turn, maybe we'll buy a second one, just to get some eyes over here as well. Because that's basically free military. The upgrade into pikemen is not that expensive. We only have 4, and it only costs 75. So I'm comfortable with spending that kind of cash for that. We are about to get sugar, so that's also more happiness we're going to get. Let's see. Boo. Yeah, what can you do? Alright, there's the next growth. This is a freshwater farm, so let's do that. Let's see here. Silk for sugar. We definitely want to reinvigorate that if possible. Nice. I was hoping he would do that without needing extra value. Because this is already developed as a farm, I might leave it that way for the time being, because we are about to hit civil service. Well, when we do, I think I'm going to move all of our cities into heavy production so that we can start, because we are actually behind in terms of military. I mean, we have a good enough force to go push Poland, but pretty much all of our forces are going to be away. You know, we'll have a couple guys just hanging out. Um, but more importantly is, I think, going for military caste, not only for the culture but also the happiness, because we're trying to stack as much culture as possible. We want to get all of these policies so that we can get gold for every kill. That will be great. But anyways, military caste is my priority. So we need to get those units up for some backfilling purposes. At least one per city would be nice, just to have people hanging out, getting that sweet bonuses. So let us start with the backfill. Swordsmen and composite bowmen are our cheapest units right now. Oh, spearmen. That's right, because of this, but we'll pass this before we could build that. So I assume pikemen's going to cost more than both of those. So let's do composite bowmen first, just because we are China, and we will be going for machinery next. But I don't want to get too imbalanced, like go all in on just that. See, this is our altitude training, so let's go 1, 2, 3. We at least have visibility on the city tiles. This scout, I am kind of interested if these two can connect, but I do kind of want to stay away from the coast because we can let the boat do that. I think it's more important for the boat to take this coast rather than this one. Although we are going to be declaring war very soon. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's one turn. 1, 2, 3. 2 turns. 1, 2, 3. 3 turns. 1, 2, 3. 4 turns. 1, 2, 3. 5 turns. And that would only give us visibility. We can't actually go through. We know he's got at least one boat, and that's part of the reason why I'm tempted to buy a second one. Because we only need 300 to upgrade, and we got 2 more turns, so I think we can afford to do that. But for that reason, I do think that this one heading this way first would be better. He's still there, that's funny. So yeah, before I forget, let's go ahead and buy that second trireme. There we go. Now let's see here. He's... let's see, just the quickest way we can get over here. It says through there, so that's what I will do. What was he doing? Oh, just putting a mine up there? Sure. Yeah, because once we hit civil service, I do want to work one good production tile in each city. We don't need to grow like gangbusters. Our science is going decent. What we need right now is to build that backfill military. But I do not find it to be more important than this market, so I'm definitely going to stay on track there. This city's new. It's got to get itself up off the ground. We'll do the culture here and then maybe military. Probably happiness buildings, though, because we do have 2 that we could be building. And, of course, once we hit... actually, when we hit civil service, we'll let this grow, and then we'll put the next pop here to slow it down. Alright. I think that's a good idea. We'll just hop up here just for defensive purposes. Let's see, let's go ahead and have these 2 swap places. Yeah, because I was looking at the approach over here. It's going to be murderous. This is a hill with jungle, and because it's within his borders, we can't exactly send a worker down there to get the jungle off there quicker. So I'm thinking our 4 archers are going to have to stop here, 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 and here. Right, so we're going to have a wave coming through here, kind of circling the city. And we'll declare war before we reach there, so he'll probably have straggler units. We'll take out what we can, but my point is the melee will be pushing to this side of the city so that the archers can safely come in from behind and occupy 1, 2, 3, 4. That way they all get shots. Depending on how the timing is, our scout archer can actually come to the outside since he can easily step and shoot. So yeah, maybe he'll come all the way over here. We want him kind of on the outside anyways because we want to push through Warsaw. We'll probably need to heal up a little bit before pushing on, but I definitely want to start coming down here and at least rip up as much of his military as we can. That way when we leave this area to go on to whomever our next target is, we're not just leaving ourselves open to counterattack. Alright, Colosseum's done in this city. Let us change to composite bowmen. That'll be 2 being produced there. Does he have a Coliseum to build? He does not. So he'll go straight into probably swordsman. Okay. Looking good. No trades. Oh, I'm so sorry. I just bumped the microphone. No trades, no workers, so off we go. Okay, a lot of babbling. On with the show. That's the general idea, I think. We found a camp, but it is not our problem. Beijing grows. Let's see. How soon until these workers finish this next turn? Alright. Because we're about to hit civil service. So I'm thinking like, okay, 10 turns to grow, 10 turns to grow. Let's just work the gold. That gold is going to be ever so crucial. I know we spent a couple on units, but that's to be expected. Oh, look at that. He's trading full value. That's very good to see. Very good to see. It's nice because we're borrowing so much iron that we can continue to build swordsmen. And then we'll just, when we get our iron back, we'll just have to keep it. Alrighty, so swordsman. You know what? I'm thinking it might be a good idea to build a stable here, because I do want to get horses out there, and this would be a perfect place because we have 3 pastures. So a stable would not only give us +3 hammers throughout the rest of the game, but also the build bonus for mounted units. Let's see, he's coming here. Sure is taking his sweet time, but that's okay. He's just chilling. Alright, so this one is taking this coast. We'll have this one take this coast. Unfortunately, he'll probably be getting there right around the time we're declaring war, so hopefully, I don't know. It might have been better to like send them off together. Okay, those 2 are building the road there. We'll have another city connection there. Let's see. Yeah. Let's see. Next turn we'll be upgrading everybody. I'm going to have these guys go ahead and start leading for visibility's sake. And then once these guys are upgraded, we'll talk to Poland and then denounce them and then declare war as we march. That way they don't have the opportunity to prompt us. You know, same scenario as before. Okay, well there's the other civ. It is Korea. Let us trade embassies. Okay, he doesn't want anything else of ours. How many cities does this guy have? Only 2, but he's been busy building wonders. So, hopefully Attila... So that means there's probably a lot of land here. The fact that Attila's got 7 cities, that's probably just going to keep growing and growing. Hopefully he finds Korea. Oh, goodness. That's probably not going to be the best situation. So I think it's time to have this guy start heading back east. The other scout looks like he can fill in all this and then maybe come check out all this. So this guy needs to come back over here and help figure out the rest of the world. Unfortunately, I probably won't have the time to have this scout go get Kilimanjaro. So we're just going to have to... Jerusalem, okay. We're just going to have to keep track of the fact... Oh, look at this. A trade route. Okay. Alrighty, so we can probably spend our time healing the scout up, keeping an eye on this trade route. And that way when we do declare war, or prepare to, we can get into position to get some extra cash along the way. That sounds like a great idea. I hadn't even thought about that because he's kind of in a situation like us. We mostly can only trade with city-states. Alright, civil service is here. So, step 1, let us upgrade our spearman. Whoops, that's a archer. Okay, step 2, let's go to all of our tile placement. 9, okay. That's where we would have been if it hadn't been for civil service. This city, let us... 7. That is 1 turn sooner. Okay, in this city, let's grow to 11 pop. So we can hit this and this. Or 10. Yeah, let's go to 10, and then we'll just split off to here and here. And then we'll let the city grow. Now let's keep the gold flowing. We tapped ourselves out. This is fine. This is fine. Our next pop we'll just put here. In fact, just for goofs, what's this look like? 12. 9. Because if we are going to build the stable first, obviously we'd want to kick it out real fast so that we can start making horses. It's cool, but I can't call it. Because this is one of the problems I have, is I go a little too overboard in terms of, like, throttling my growth. Let's see, from 6 turns to 8. Because happiness is in check, but I don't know how long it's going to stay that way. Let's see, that's fine, probably. Yeah, because we need to grow this one to here and here at the least, and then, of course, borders will grow. So yeah, that just leaves the question of... Yeah, he can go to that in 8 turns. Let's see, we're just going to grow that to 4, 5, 6, somewhere in there. Alright, so let me think about this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's how many we would want to be able to work, and we've already got that much. So let us do this. We're going to keep growing, but in the meantime, we'll actually be able to backfill our military pretty good, I think. Barbarian encampment found. Not our problem. Okay, so since we hit a new era, city-state bonuses have changed. And it's been a while, so I don't actually know what that is. Wow, that's like double the culture. And I think that's double the faith. Okay, that's the same amount of food. So that's unfortunate, but wow. I'll take that culture stacking, absolutely. We want all that culture, don't we? Yes, yes. Okay, so I'm thinking these 2 workers here can go ahead and build a road. Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And of course this will be 6 pop by the time we're finished, so it will be paying for itself. And bam, there's some happiness. Okay. I think that looks good. All right, on to engineering, because that's another thing, right? We have another trade route we could be building. Okay, so maybe the capital will forego building units for the time being. Get that stable up, then the trade route, then the horsemen. It's probably going to be okay. We'll have to see how it goes. Alrighty, let us... Again, it's not going to be that beneficial. We'll probably inherit a worker from the war itself. That's almost always the way it happens. Oh, what is this? Damn. That's one more city I'm going to have to knock over to fight with Babylon. And I do think he makes a good next target, because if we don't whittle him down, if we were to go for Morocco next, he could like come in. What is his military looking like? Let's see. Babylon is probably like the... Okay, so he's here. We're up here. And I think this is the turn that we did the upgrade, so it's actually going to be higher than that. We gotta hope he doesn't think to prompt us whether we're passing through or not, because I would hate to tell him everything's cool and then be ready to attack him before that changes. Because ideally we'll have this city around the time machinery's finishing up, so we can upgrade to Chukanus and go from there, is my thought process. So I'm thinking of having one of these guys build up the horses and the other one... Well, actually, I don't need to build up the hill, because if I build up one of those hills, it would be the same amount of hammers as the horses. So we'll just have him do the horses. Okay. Actually, maybe he'll come here next turn. That way we got both farms up. When he finishes him, the 2 can just, like, slide. Okay. So right now I think what we need most of all is to rip up one of these to put in another farm. So there's a chance that this city will grow to a hill. That would be really nice. Because I don't want to have to buy something like that. So we'll have this guy come over and do the rip up and put in a farm. And that just leaves this guy to... I mean, we could come down here. I don't see us... Yeah, we'll be doing some pillaging. Because our melee is not going to be able to withdraw safely. Because everything's rough and we're going to have a line of archers. So I do think bringing a worker with us for the war. So let's have this worker... well, we'll just have them both head down here. The leading one will aid the war effort, and the trailing one will act on that city. Okay, so here we go. We're currently doing 40 culture per turn. And bam, just like that. It's up to 43. Nice. Yes, nice. Okay, cool. So that means when we hit 200, we'll be able to buy a mosque here, the next 200 here, next 200 here, or something to that effect. And by then, the pressure might actually be turning our other cities, so we'll have more. So that, I think, was a good enough reason alone to annex Addis Ababa at this point. Okay, he's just chilling. Alright, let's have these boats figure something out. There was an archer over here. So let's see if we back up here. 1, 2, 3. There might be able to escape his clutch. I think it's worth trying. Water, so let's just come over here. I don't want to be on their borders because I don't know how much a scout's going to concern them. Let's just... I can't see the trade route, so I'm assuming it went in here. Let's see, and this is the turn we did that. So is it too soon to talk to him? Or do we do the talking this turn, I think? Probably, because these guys might encounter somebody along the way. So let's do the talking now. What can we talk about? Don't settle new cities near us. That seems kind of weird, though, right? Good, he's upset by it. I like that. Yeah, because he did all his settling, like, nowhere near us, so that's just weird. Oh, well. Okay, now this boat. 2, 3, 4. As long as we can squeak by here, everything will be fine. It looks like we can. He'll probably favor the fish first and then land. Oh, wait, there's fish here, too. We got to be careful of that. If he takes this fish, we're going to be cut off. We'll have to see how that plays out. Open borders with Pachacuti, my friend. I kind of don't want to say no to him because he is my friend. But I'm assuming he wants open borders to be able to spread his religion easier. Does he have a religion? I don't even know. Would it tell me here? I'm not actually seeing anything. I'm just going to hit accept because I want to stay on his good side. But I mean, we can check it out. He does not have a religion. Okay, so other than him getting in my way, I can't picture any reason not to do that.
Bonjour.
And we are free to sell off as many horses as we want because we're actually farming up some more right now. Okay, monument is done in this city. Gotta go for paper maker. It's free gold, no maintenance cost. It's got to be done. Alright, we're going to move all these guys forward. It's probably time to denounce Kashmir. Let me think about how I want to do this. This should be good because we do want to lead with the melee. And there's a bit of a traffic jam anyway, so the fact that one's lagging is probably not an issue. Okay, this'll... Ooh. I wonder where he's... You know, I didn't even think to check who all he's met. Is that important? Just Nebi and Casimir. Alright. My next two victims, unfortunately. So Korea's gonna not like us pretty soon. But I bet you they come crying for us whenever Attila starts knocking on their door. Alrighty, so let's get that stable up. That will increase our production in general, and then of course with the mounted units. Let us do the boat first, because I want to figure out where the scout should go. Alright, look at that. We did clear the... Oh, and there's a camp there, so definitely not that. These hills would be so nice, though, because we do have the scouting improvement. But let us try to avoid that problem. I'm so glad I had the boat to tell me about that. Just going to pre-build the roads, even though it's like flat land and some rough. It's just going to be awkward. But that's fine. That's fine. Alright, so we can get through right now. 3, 4. Alright, that trade route does not. This is of no interest to me. Oh, there was a camp discovered. Oh yeah, that's right. I uncovered it from my own scouting. Right. I thought maybe I had missed a notification. Okay, and since we got roads up and that's not the river, we can get here next turn. Nice. I like that. Alrighty, so these guys are both coming down, and they're just playing a little leapfrog. Alright. So since this one can move 1, 2, 3, and then start ripping up, this one can cross the river and aid the war effort. We're just going to have this one do a beeline. We're going to trespass, but so what? Because that's the only way we're going to meet up with everybody else. So this is the turn I think we need to denounce him. Okay. Yeah. Wow, he's got horses. And this is exactly why I wanted to wait for pikemen, because Poland does tend to favor horses because their unique unit is a horse. You want Morocco. Not at this time, sorry. Thank you for asking, though. Here comes the trade route. Alrighty. So we're going to have to try and time that. Alright, grow to 5 here. Let's work the gold. And then next pop we will work that. Or something to that effect. It's mostly the capital we need to slow down. Calls for faith. I think we got that covered. You have the lead with 18. And that will actually go up in time as we start buying those mosques. So, Mr. has most cities in the world, has built the Great Wall. That is not good news for us. But thankfully, that's not going to be a problem anytime soon. 14 turns until border growth on that. That's unfortunate. It'll actually be a little bit quicker, right? Because here we go. Bam! Now we got some culture there. So now it says 9 turns. I like that a whole lot better. That is so cool. Alright, so farm here. I did forget to move that guy over, so no big deal. We'll bounce this over here. Yeah. I meant to move him over, but, I mean, it's only going to make a difference by 1 turn, so it's not even worth mentioning, really. Okay, the monument is up. Happiness is fine for the moment. And right now, making military actually will be happiness, because we are 7 turns away from military caste. So even though I do think the city needs to build both of those happiness buildings, let us focus on a military unit instead. So we're doing 2 archers and 1 swordsman. Let's do 1 more swordsman, and then we should probably either switch to... Why does this say warrior? Why is that even an option? Huh. I'm surprised to see that. Why would... I guess because one requires iron and the other doesn't? I don't know that I've ever seen it like that, though. Okay, so these guys are leading the way. And there's no easy way to do this. We have to go through the marsh. Once we have this all cleared out, though, this is going to be kind of hard because his city can reach these tiles. We want to take down his units, but we don't want to invite the city bombard any more than we need to. Okay, that's good enough. Okay, you cross the river. And you start ripping this up. Yep. Oh, and that'll spit him out a little bit quicker, and we can get on to the next military unit. Nice. I do like that. Alright, we're just going to beeline it with this guy. Okay, these boats are interesting. I should just be doing them first each turn, because they'll tell me some stuff. Here, for example. Might as well take one step in. Do we need to take another step? I don't know. Okay. So he could probably come up here and get some visibility. It's starting to look like an inland lake, so I'm thinking rather than taking another step in for visibility, I'll leave that for the scout. Let's try to get the boat over to Poland as quickly as possible, just to see if that's like a thing. Here's another city-state. We'll meet with the boat. Alright, we're keeping an eye on that. I think it's heading in this direction right now, so we will probably intercept it on the way back, because we just want to get this guy out of all of this. But we can heal here for one more turn, I think. Yep. Okay, well, I'm actually pretty satisfied with where we're at. We are past the half-hour mark. A little bit slow, but war is coming. This is very interesting. Finally met everybody. I thought I had before, but clearly not. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you're enjoying the series as a whole. By all means, please keep that feedback going. As in case you didn't notice, if you go back through the comments, a lot of this feedback's actually being implemented into the game one way or the other. So I really do appreciate that. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.